the tap end. Here we are again, live on LinkedIn and YouTube at the very same time. I'm really looking forward to today's conversation. It's somebody that I had the absolute pleasure of chatting to on the podcast a little while ago. It's somebody that I followed on LinkedIn for a while as well, and I felt a little bit of pressure today when I was running the bath. So I've brought out the Mallow Amazing limited edition bursting with bubbles imperial leather. I brushed my teeth before I got into the bath as well. All of these things because today we have the CX Rockstar, Mr. James Dodkins at the tap end. How the devil are you?
Yeah, all right, man. I can't help but feel that this is somewhat dangerous.
For whom? For your career or for me?
Yeah, for my personal branding career.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
No, I mean for you, and it's just like traditionally the mixture and combination of water and electronics don't tend to go so well. So, what are you doing to make sure that you are, health and safety conscious?
Yeah, so thank you for your question. And it's one that I don't feel I can actually answer, and that won't get a load of abuse from health and safety people, because it's not the most health and safety thing. I've got one of those bath buddy things that's going across the front of my bath with my laptop on it at the minute. That's about as secure as I am. I am one slip from either exposing myself or electrocuting myself.
Well, that's dedication, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Enough about me and my bath. Who is James Dodkins, and how has he got to the tap end today?
That's it. What a loaded question. So my name is James Dodkins. I am the customer experience ambassador for Pegasystems. I have been involved in the discipline of customer experience for about 10 years now, and before that, I had a music career, which turns out is all about customer experience too. So I was doing customer experience long before I even actually knew it existed. So I played guitar in a heavy metal band, toured the world, released albums. So I used to be an actual real life, legitimate, award-winning rock star, but now I'm not. Now, as you said, so so nicely at the beginning, yeah. I'm a customer experience rock star. What that means is I help companies turn customers into fans by delivering rock star customer experiences.
Amazing. And you've been doing it for quite a while as well. And when I said it during the intro that I felt a little bit of pressure, and I've got out the imperial leather. I brushed my teeth before getting in the bath and stuff. And we do that with our customers sometimes, don't we? We have our favourite customer. We don't necessarily give everybody the same. I'm going to take this off. Actually, I'm a little bit warm. I was running the hot water tap for a little bit too long. Again, over delivering. We do this a lot in our business. We have our favorite customers, or the ones that we over polish. Why do we do that? And how do you advocate improving like customer experience for everybody? What does it mean to you?
It's a good question, to be fair. The thing is that the bottom of it is some customers are more valuable than others historically. Some customers are worth more to us as businesses, therefore we do more for them. Now, is that a good thing to do? Knee-jerk reaction, yeah, it is, because they give us more money as a company. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a way, because if you've got these customers that you deem to be more valuable, if you don't give them more attention or don't give them a slightly nicer experience, then they might be like, well, hang on a second, I'm a very valuable customer. Why is it that you are not treating me better than these other peasant customers?
Yeah.
And then they'll stop spending stuff with you. Maybe. But then, of course, if you're giving them a better service, they might spend more. And then you go and look, see, we gave them the better service and they spent more. And I suppose you don't really know which one is causing which. Are they just predetermined to be a higher spending customer? Is it because of that? So I don't really, what a question to start on. I don't have an answer for you. I don't know.
No, it's a strong start. No, but I completely agree with you, because I don't think there is a right answer to that. But what you've got out there is people saying one thing and people saying the other thing. And what you've just said is there is no answer for it, because it depends on who it is you're servicing and the vision and value of what you're trying to deliver. So I think you have answered it. So thank you for that. And we spoke just before I hit live, because what I like to do is I like to have conversations with people just whilst they are watching me wash myself. And just before just before I hit go live, we were saying that so I'm in business improvement and all operational excellence and stuff. And you started in that field, and what I see a lot of similarity around that journey that they've gone on, where at the start they would just throw tools at everybody, and then they went, oh, actually there's a people that are getting involved in this, and then they started joining up. Actually, you need a vision and you need a strategy, and you've got to bring out all of the other departments along and stuff as well. And customer experience, my early interpretation of that, or what people were sharing with me, was it's all about mapping it and just throwing tools, exactly like the business improvement stuff. Is that your experience as well? And what's next?
Yeah, it depends really. So so I got to customer experience through the process improvement world, and it was going out to process people, going, hey guys, think about your customers, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what process you're improving. It needs to at some point deliver a successful outcome to your customers. And they were like, no, I don't want to think about my customers. It's weird and different. I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. And then I would go and talk to customer experience people and be like, hey, you need to think a little bit more about process. And they were like, okay, that sounds good. So I was like, it's a much easier job to talk to the customer experience people about process than it was to talk to the process people about customer experience. I mean, one of the things we need to realize is that whereas they do share some similarities, they're not the same. Like Lean and Six Sigma, for example, were never created to improve customer experience. They were created to improve efficiency and effectiveness in manufacturing worlds. And whereas some of that stuff can translate to the customer experience world, it's not a pure translation, because you can't treat people like material on a production line. But then going on to this evolution of customer experience, and you're saying, well, is there, similarities between the rise of process improvement and the rise of customer experience improvement? In a way, yes, there is, because there's a lot of ideas and methodologies and best ways to do it that come out. And arguably, there is no one best way to approach customer experience. When it comes to the process world, there probably arguably is a best way to improve a production process. In the customer experience world, there's not really one best way. It could, because it all depends. It depends on the context. It depends on your organization. It depends on the mission you're trying to achieve as an organization. It depends on your customers, who they are, what type of people they are, their behaviors, their successful outcomes, their goals, their influences, their behaviors, their lifestyles. So the answer to your question is yes, and also no.
Yeah, again, so I love this again, because it's another not conventional answer. It could go either way. And so when you talk about process improvement and Lean Six Sigma and stuff, they get a lot of stick in the, just call it the press, for not working. And customer experience in this last, I guess, 12, maybe longer, 12 months or so, has had a fair amount of it doesn't work. Our customer experience programs are not reaping the benefits that we thought that they would at the start and things. Where for you, or maybe it has for you, customer experience been interpreted wrongly, or what would make greater customer experience programs, I think, is the actual question that I should ask.
I think probably, again, another loaded question. We could talk all day about this. And like, again, Lean and Six Sigma were created to do a very specific thing that they are very good at doing. When you start to, almost scope creep with them and try and use them for different things, they're not going to perform as well, because they were never created to do those things. It's like, I like beer, right? If every time I got a beer, right, I just poured it into my eyeball, after a while, I'd be like, you know what? I really don't like beer. And someone would be like, well, no, you're just using it wrong. I'd be like, well, I don't know, man. Every experience I've had with beer has been pretty painful and embarrassing. Whereas if you use things in the right way, then yeah, you're going to like them a lot better, because they're going to do things a lot better, because they're going to work, because they were created for specific things. When it comes to customer experience, there's lots of things that I see companies doing wrong. Now, one of those things, working for a technology company now, this is going to be a weird thing to say, but putting technology first is probably one of the biggest mistakes companies make, having a technology first mindset. Technology is just a tool to help us deliver the ideal experience that we want for our customers. And it's almost the last thing. It's that cherry on the cake. Is it cherry on the cake or cherry on the, so it's whatever fruit on whatever dessert you like at the end. The first thing you need to be doing is talking to your customers, understanding your customers, understand who they are, their lifestyles, their behaviors, their influences, their goals, their successful outcomes, their needs. What is it your customers are actually trying to achieve by doing business with you? Because your customers aren't doing business with you because they want to do business with you. Your customers are doing business with you because they are trying to achieve something. And that something is probably a lot bigger than you as an organization. Then you understand, okay, what is our role in the achievement of that goal or outcome? And then you work backwards. Okay, these are these needs that need to be delivered in order to achieve that successful outcome. Then we need to design the experiences that will deliver those needs, that will deliver the successful outcome. Then you need to design the processes that make those experiences come alive to deliver those needs, that deliver those successful outcomes. And then technology comes in and makes it all work, makes it all seamless, makes it the best, fastest, easiest, most convenient experience for the customer possible.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Couldn't agree more. And we're just coming out of a pandemic. Don't know whether you've heard. And how has this helped or hindered the phrase customer experience, do you think?
It's just accelerated things, I think, because again, during the pandemic, a lot of companies made the mistake of just thinking, no, what do we do? I know, technology will fix everything. I mean, again, that's one of those phrases where technology will fix everything if you use it in the right way. If you use it in the wrong way, it's just going to mess everything else up. Because the thing is, like with automation, for example, if you automate a crappy experience, you just get fast crap. And we usually take tablets for that. So you need to make sure that the experience you're delivering in the first place is the good one, is the right one, that you're redesigning the experiences to actually deliver what the customer needs, and then using technology. So many companies just try to throw technology at a problem, and it was expensive for them and it didn't work, and it was bad for a lot of customers. So I'm not surprised there are some people coming out of this going, you know what, this customer experience stuff doesn't work. Customer experience technology doesn't work. All of this stuff is just a tool, and it's how you use it. Like my beer story. If I just pour beer into my eye every time, I'm going to come out of it and be like, you know what, beer never works, never gets me drunk. It's just all it does is make my face fizzy and wet.
When was the last time you had a beer through your eye?
Say it again.
When was the last time you drank a beer through your eye, being a rock star and doing what you do?
Last week. Half term, mate. Yeah, so I was off with the kids every night after they went to bed. Beer in the eye.
You need that at that point in time. Sorry, I interrupted you then from your.
I didn't know where I was going with it anyway. It's probably the dumbest analogy I've ever come up with, the beer in the eye. I might not use that one again. This might be the one and only showing of the beer in the eye analogy.
I've made a mental note of that now to make that the 30-second snippet that I use going forward as well. So thank you.
Wicked.
What motivates you, James? What is it that because when you talk, you're really passionate about what you do, and you come across like you believe in what you do as well. And so, what is it that motivates you to keep doing what you're doing?
It's a good question. I think there aren't very many disciplines in the world that one can be a part of that can genuinely and quite visually and demonstrably affect the lives of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people. And customer experience for me is one of those. Customer experience is a discipline where you can do some work and you can see some change in the lives of millions of people around the world. And for me, that's a hard thing not to be passionate about. And I get frustrated with people that work in customer experience that aren't passionate about it. We've all got our disagreements. We've all got different ideas of what is the best way to go, whatever. But it's that passion. It's like, I tend not to work with people that, like don't already get it, if you know what I mean. Like I never come out and try and convince people that doing customer experience is a good idea, because no matter where you are in your career, if at this point in your career you haven't figured out that focusing on giving your customers a good experience is probably a smart thing to do, there's very little I can do for you. It's like if we, like I said to you, like, dude, do you want to go to a Metallica concert? And you were like, yeah, but like, is music even good? I'd be like, I'm not even going to be able to manage to get you to like Metallica, let alone get you to understand that music's good. If you're like, oh, you know, the people that just don't like music, that's red flag territory, mate. But it's like that, but for customer experience.
Yeah. Got you. No, I'm loving the analogies. What have you had for your lunch? Just to
nothing, Matt. I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. First thing up. Yeah. No, amazing. So what's next for you, James?
Keeping up this work with Pega, man. I joined Pega to help change the world when it comes to technology, because one of my biggest things when I was talking about customer experience so much was this frustration that technology was there that could help, but it wasn't being used in the right way. And joining Pega, seeing some of the stuff they can do, seeing how they are literally going to change the world with customer experience, that is a journey that is so exciting. It's a roller coaster, but it's a bloody fun one. So it's just keep riding this roller coaster, keep trying to help companies put in technology that helps their customers, and not just their customers, that helps the people within the organization as well, using technology for what it was created to do, to help people. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
And you mentioned Pega a few times. You're wearing a Pega baseball cap as well. And what is it that Pega do specifically?
So at Pega, we essentially do two things. We help companies make decisions and then do stuff. So the best thing about Pega is we've got this like really clever brain that helps companies take next best actions to figure out, okay, this is a customer. This is everything we know about this one individual person. What is the smartest thing to do next for them? Really personalizing every single experience, every single moment for a customer. So if anybody wants to talk to me about that, hit me up. I can talk to you about Pega and what we can do for you. But this isn't about Pega. This is about customer experience. That's why I've just thrown in a cheeky little Pega endorsement. But this talk isn't about Pega. This is all about customer experience.
Yeah, no, amazing. No, thank you for that. And if people wanted to find out more about you, where would they go? What would they do? What would they find?
Just hit me up on LinkedIn. It's probably the easiest way to do that.
Yeah. So if you've got somebody that I guess final question then. Actually, next to final question. So the next to final question is, what do you see as the signs, or what the warning signs that people should be looking out for that go, actually our customer experience program is not working, is not as it doing what it should do? What are some of the telltale signs that you see?
Bottom line, mate, like if you're not making more money, it's not working.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah, no, that's the cleanest answer that and yeah, throughout the last 20 minutes, and that's amazing. And what are you having for your tea today? Is the final question.
I don't know, life's a surprise, and we shall see.
Yeah, well, so you like to live life on the edge. Amazing. I just want to say, James Dodkins, it's an absolute pleasure to chat with you today. Like I said during the intro, I've had the pleasure of having you on the podcast and chatting probably about 2 years ago now, I think it was. And then a follow-up conversation now about customer experience and stuff. And it's good to see that you're still as motivated, enthusiastic, and doing what it is that you're doing, because there's a lot of organisations that could do with some of that help and support, I guess. So, so thank you, Mr. Dodkins.
You're welcome.